Day one of WEF Tech is going great. I couldn't be more excited to be here, seeing all the people. We've had a really challenging couple of years, as we all know, but couldn't be happier to be back in person. Back in June, I was on the big booster, biggest WEF Tech ever. Delta threw a wrench in the plans a little bit, but with cases coming down, we've still seen a real excitement and need for that connectivity and getting people back together. Everyone I've talked to is excited to see the exhibit hall, be able to get out, see all the new equipment, talk with their colleagues, come up with innovative new solutions. Coming out of the opening general session right before this, it was a packed house. Exhibit hall's busy, seeing lots of old friends. This year, I'm especially excited about the Operations Challenge event. We were able to get 36 teams in, and they are competing hard. A lot of people, they had to take a year off, remember how to do everything, but I'm from the Colorado area. We got 4 teams this year, so excited to see them compete. I think they're getting started with the process event here this morning. Other than that, we've had our Inflow program, and we started this back in 2018, but this is a program to introduce future leaders to opportunities in water. And in particular, we're partnering with historically black colleges and universities, other universities serving some of our underrepresented populations. And I got a chance to meet that cohort. We've got 34 people here this year from 12 different schools, and it is great to see how excited they are about water and how excited all of us are to meet them and just share our enthusiasm for this industry. So, workforce has been a big challenge for us, continues to be a big challenge. This is a great way for us to get people that are outside of our normal pool of candidates, bring them in, and really help us find those next generation of operators, engineers, utility managers coming in. So their enthusiasm is really infectious, and I encourage everybody to go meet with them because they're here. Looking ahead, I think the industry is going to be really busy coming out of COVID. I know, speaking personally, our Colorado market, everywhere I talk to, I've had the opportunity to travel to Kentucky, Tennessee for their conference, Pacific Northwest for their conference this year, and it's the only time in my career that I've seen everyone everywhere be incredibly busy. I think we all expected to see this COVID slowdown, and we just haven't seen it. So, we invested a lot in infrastructure in this country, but we haven't put that investment back in at the rate that it's needed. So we're dealing with growth, ever-tightening regulations, and a lot of aging infrastructure that needs to be replaced, and I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. The good news to it is that we're seeing more emphasis on infrastructure funding than we ever have before. We're really excited for the infrastructure bill and seeing some of those come through. We're expecting probably a 30% increase in the federal funding for water, wastewater, stormwater, water infrastructure across the country, and that's just going to keep us busier. So great time to do it. We need to start bringing kids in now, tell them how exciting careers of water are, because I'll be honest, my biggest fear right now is finding enough people to get all the work done that we need to get done in the coming years. If I was giving advice to others on how we can help address some of those workforce issues, first and foremost, we need to do a better job communicating about water. This is such a great field. The work we do is really meaningful, and it impacts our communities. I always say it's hyper-local. The work we do directly benefits public health and the environment and the communities we live in. Along with that, though, we need to represent those communities we serve. So Brookings Institute did a study back in 2018, and it showed us that the water industry was overwhelmingly older, white, and male. So that's a lot of untapped potential. If we keep going back to those same sources to solve our workforce challenges, we're going to run out of people. But if we start looking at people a little earlier in their careers, if we start looking at some of the gender and ethnic diversity and equity across that, I think we'll solve our workforce problem in no time. Some cities are doing really great work around this. City of Charlotte has some really innovative programs in how to bring in some of those underrepresented communities, really give them the tools they need. Talking with them a couple years ago, one of the things I heard was they found that they were having trouble getting people from some of these underrepresented communities in because they couldn't get transportation. So just bus them in, send a shuttle down. Or a lot of people have to leave the workforce for some number of years to take care of young children, that sort of thing. Can we do a better job with childcare and bringing some of those things in? So I think as we see this tightening labor market, we need to look at some of those innovative solutions to really be able to solve those challenges moving forward.